going on, y'all? I hope you all are well. So for those of you who don't know who I am Jaren, a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this studio, the Jaren Emliger Studio. And in this video, we're going to talk about Miss Fantasia. I love her. This particular performance was requested a lot when I did my first analyzation of Fantasia's voice. So we're going to revisit Fantasia because I love her and so do you. So before I get started, if you want to see the video without me talking, the link is in the description box. You click that link and go to the video. You'll hear it straight through without me talking at all. So now let's get to the analysis, y'all. Here's Fantasia singing You Are My Friend in the Patti Labelle tribute. If I would have heard her do that the moment she opened her mouth, the first thing she said was that, I would have probably been running at that point, just for the record. She repeated that, Lord, I'ma say it's Lord. It may not be Lord, but I'ma say it's Lord for the conversation.
You are my friend. I never knew till then.
Oh, I love that. She repeated that, and there was such a clarity to her voice in this performance as opposed to what I did before. Not that what I did before was bad, it was amazing. But Fantasia has so many layers to her voice and to her instrument. So I love that she showcases her voice in so many different ways throughout these performances. So here, there's a little more clarity in her voice. So she's still here. You are my friend. It's still gonna be spread, it's still gonna be smiley, still gonna be bright, that tongue's still gonna sit a little high. You are, now you are, even the you was spread. You are my friend. And she's really starting to preach already in pacing. It's very charismatic how she's doing this. We'll get to that a little bit later too.
You hold my hand. You may not say a word, but I see your tears when I show my pain. Oh, hey. Can I church it, Daddy? Oh, Lord, you are my friend.
I love that nuance she did right there. You are my friend. So that tongue was still sitting high, spread. She's here. The head is tilted a little bit. She's singing. She's singing up here. That smile is there. She's really singing. And I bet you that head tilt is probably helping her execute this just a little bit. Nothing wrong with the head tilt. There's nothing wrong with the head tilt, okay? Now, I'm not saying be here. I'm not saying all of that. But a little lift is not bad, and it brings the light to your face too when you sing. It brings that light on the stage to your face even more. You know, I do that a lot when I sing. I'll look up. A lot of times I'm singing to God anyway. She probably singing to God here too. So when I'm looking up, I'm here singing to God anyway, you know. I may look down at the audience as well, but I'm usually right here. There's nothing wrong with the head lift like that.
I never knew till then.
You see that mouth is still there. There's clarity, there's no grit, there's no growl, there's no squall, nothing. It's clarity. She has layers to her voice, which I love. But there's still a hint of church in there. I know I say it all the time, but she got just that little hint of that church thing in there, right in there. And I love that she stays true to that. She doesn't try to take it out. She stays true to herself. This is all Fantasia, just many layers that are Fantasia.
Oh, I feel your love when you're near. It helps me to make it. Helps me to make it knowing you care. The thought of you helps me carry on.
You hear that? The thought of you helps me carry on. So the vibrato came with the first syllable of the word carry. The thought of you helps to carry on. And it got brighter. Helps to carry on. And she threw that on at the end, had a little glissando there, tiny glissando right there.
When I feel all hope is gone,
can also hear the high larynx and that high pitched sound that she has, that soprano sound that I talked about before. You can hear that she has such clarity and ease going up to those high notes. She can sit there all day. Did you see what she did when she held that note out, that higher note right there? She stopped moving. She probably started to anchor, use her body for support. She opened up and she really stayed there. But it wasn't heavy, it wasn't weighty, but it was still powerful. And I'm sure she used the mess out of them abs and breathing muscles to really support and really anchor and really settle in that note. Then went up higher in that run and then threw it all up there, you know? So she really used her body for support because she stopped moving and she was almost still, and then went off and did everything else she wanted to do. Once that note was done, she anchored and she was stabilized.
You know I'm about to take it down.
So right there, she got a little more nasally, a little more twangy nasally. Is a little more spread than before, had a little more forwardness to it, had a little more narrowing to it as well. And so from there, she really anchored. You can bend and anchor too. And you notice she stopped moving once again and went there and she said it. And that third time she said it, it got a little real to her. You could tell. Her face changed, her eyes closed, it got a little real to her. She kind of went up to another level performance-wise in that moment. Right now, she there. Got that grit, got that growl. She's gonna squall the rest of this song now, which is okay. That is conducive to Fantasia's brand. And that's one of the many things we love about her, that she gonna take us there each time she sings. But you notice when she squalls, that torso is still, she may move her legs and bend a little bit, but that torso is anchored. She has to stay supported to do the things that she can do so well. She's a smart singer in that she knows how to support her voice when doing stuff like this, you know? Do you remember when I said that preaching quality, that charismatic factor she has? This is what I'm talking about. This whole vamp is preaching. This song could be about Jesus. I'ma say it is. But this song is a preachy song. You really have to take your time and really sing it and make sure the words are heard. This is a good song for really some charismatic singing and just some flat-footed performing. And they picked the right one to sing this one in Fantasia, okay? Right there, she had a little cricoid tilt, and that note right there was a little more weighty, had a little more beltiness in there. By the way, that cricoid tilting just a little bit brought that weight in, but then she ended it with that nuance going up right there. So if you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below, then click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And as I always say, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all, see y'all soon.